welcome to the World Battery Metals and Mining News for the 30th of August, 1st of September 2024. Very important news about GM second tranche to Lithium Americas, Biden administration plans support action, and more.
GM delays additional $330 million investment in Thacker Pass. Lithium Americas says General Motors has postponed the second installment of its $330 million investment in Lithium Americas until the end of the year, a decision that adds a layer of uncertainty to the development of the Thacker Pass lithium project in Nevada. Initially promising $650 million in two parts to help the miner produce enough lithium for 1 million electric vehicles annually, GM's delay now puts pressure on securing a $2.26 billion loan from the U.S. Energy Department. This foot-dragging appears to be a scramble to finalize deals before a potential change in administration, as the looming end of Joe Biden's term raises fears about Trump's policies, especially his commitment to ending the EV mandate. The stakes are high, as further delays could compel Lithium Americas to offer additional rights to GM, making this a tense finish line for a company betting big on the future of clean energy. Biden administration considering price support to backstop critical minerals projects. The Biden administration is contemplating market intervention to stabilize prices for critical minerals like lithium amidst an oversupply glut from China, as reported by Politico. This intervention might involve setting a price floor and compensating the difference when market prices dip below this threshold for U.S.-produced minerals. This measure is aimed at boosting domestic mineral production, vital for clean energy and electric vehicles, aligning with Biden's climate and manufacturing goals, while reducing dependence on China's dominant supply chain. The Energy Department indicates that this initiative would be a temporary catalyst rather than a long-term subsidy. While details and costs are still under discussion, this move follows a series of delays and cancellations in U.S. mining projects, despite the administration's promise of $1 billion in grants. Essentially, it's an ambitious proposal wrapped in uncertainty, with potential short-lived financial support for selected projects edging towards competitiveness. Latest permit for Hudbay project in Arizona paves way for major U.S. copper boost. Hudbay Minerals is edging closer to starting construction on its robust Copper World project in Arizona, after obtaining a crucial aquifer protection permit. This paves the way for Hudbay's plans to escalate its copper production by over 50% to around 250,000 tons annually by 2029, pending further permits and financing. The company now sets its sights on an air quality permit and a definitive feasibility study, with ambitions of forming a joint venture. Despite recent stock fluctuations, Haywood Capital Markets is optimistic about Hudbay's growth potential, buoyed by a strong balance sheet and strategic project development. The Copper World project is positioning itself as a cornerstone of U.S. copper supply, steering clear of federal obstacles that hampered its neighboring Rosemont project, and is primed to provide substantial economic benefits to Arizona. With an improved pre-feasibility study highlighting strong financial returns and extended mine life, Copper World's Made in America copper is looking to electrify the market by 2029. BHP moves ahead with expansion of Olympic Dam copper refinery. BHP Group is charging ahead with the expansion of its copper smelter and refinery at Olympic Dam, South Australia, to meet the escalating demand for copper in renewable energy technologies. As global miners pivot towards greener solutions, BHP is seizing the moment, especially with the diminishing outlook for iron ore driven by China's slowing economy. The South Australian government has initiated the application and assessment process, marking a key step forward. Anna Wiley, BHP's asset president for copper in the region, underscored that they aim to potentially double their copper output by mid-next decade, reaching up to 650,000 tons annually by the 2030s. With a final investment decision slated for 2027, BHP's ambitions are clear. But let's not forget that this is as much a hedge against declining iron ore revenues as it is about a commitment to greener futures. YPF eyes sale of lithium unit as focus narrows on shale ramp-up. YPF SA, Argentina's state-run oil company, is contemplating selling its lithium unit, YPF Litio, as part of a broader strategy to focus investments on the lucrative Vaca Muerta shale patch. This comes just 3 years after YPF Litio was formed to explore lithium resources in Catamarca province. The move aligns with a wave of oil companies global-wide pivoting amidst the so-called energy transition, although it's pretty clear that YPF wants to double down on proven oil assets rather than chase the shiny lithium unicorn. Under the new administration led by Libertarian President Javier Milei, YPF is scaling back on national battery development dreams and selling off aging assets to turbocharge its core oil and gas projects. It seems all hands are now on deck to ramp up Vaca Muerta production, with a focus on drilling new wells and spearheading critical infrastructure. The company is also planning to make YPF Agro, a profitable agribusiness, a standalone self-financing unit. While there's uncertainty hanging over YPF Litio's future and YTEC's battery programs, one thing is clear: it's full steam ahead for oil in Vaca Muerta, where production costs are already lower than in the Permian Basin. India to discuss surging precious metals imports with UAE. India is reevaluating its trade agreement with the UAE due to a questionable surge in precious metals imports, particularly silver and platinum, which has raised eyebrows over potential tax loophole exploitation by traders. This reevaluation is driven by a peculiar situation where a country devoid of precious metal mines suddenly became a significant supplier to India, prompting suspicions that some imports might not deserve the preferential tax treatment they're getting. Official data revealed appalling figures: a 42,389% rise in silver imports and a 995% jump in platinum imports in early 2024. India has already adjusted its import duties, slashing them across the board to support local jewelers. But with the trade deal phasing down duties on silver and platinum to zero, there's a real concern over traders possibly mislabeling gold imports as platinum to dodge tariffs. This issue was highlighted by the Global Trade Research Initiative, flagging how such policies might worsen India's trade deficit. Brazil BNDES to fund Sigma's second lithium concentrate plant. Sigma Lithium has snagged a hefty 487 million reais $6 million loan from Brazil's National Bank for Economic and Social Development, BNDES, to fully finance a second lithium concentrate plant in Vale do Tinhona. With construction activities already in motion and a completion target set for mid-2025, this loan comes with a favorable 16-year repayment term at an interest rate of 7.45%, which is notably lower than Brazil's current 10.5%. This financial backing aims to nearly double the production capacity of Sigma's Grota do Cirilo mine from 270,000 to 520,000 tons annually. CEO Ana Cabral relishes the government's support, noting that Grota do Cirilo holds a promising 77 million tons of lithium oxide at a grade of 1.40%. Meanwhile, Sigma's shares took a small dip despite the promising outlook, trading at $10.82, valuing the company at $1.2 billion.